Shalom, brothers and sisters. All honor and glory and praise goes to the Most High Yahuah in the name of Yahusha HaMashiach. This is Brother Jedaniah, and I got a question for you. The question is, who is this? I'm going to read some script, and I'm going to see if you can identify who this is. Starting with verse 36. Second Esdras, chapter 11, verse 36. Then I heard a voice which said unto me, Look before thee, and consider the thing that thou seest. And I beheld, and lo, as it were a roaring lion, chased out of the wood, and I saw that he sent out a man's voice unto the eagle, and said, Hear thou, I will talk with thee, and the highest shall say unto thee, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them? And the fourth came and overcame all the beasts that were past, and had power over the world with great fearfulness, and over the whole compass of the earth, with much wicked oppression. And so long time dwelt he upon the earth with deceit. So who is this? Verse 41. For the earth has thou not judged with truth. Now you see, if you're the poor of the earth, then you can answer this. But if you're the rich of the earth, the ones who benefited from all this wickedness, then you can't answer, because you won't tell on yourself because of the pride and arrogance and lifting yourselves up so high that no one can bring you down. Verse 42. For thou hast afflicted the meek, thou hast hurt the peaceable. And here's the thing. They always call the peaceable savages when they are welcomed into other people's lands. They call the peaceable, the ones who are in peace, come in peace. They welcome them with peace. They call them savages and end up destroying the people of those lands. Who am I talking about? Thou hast loved liars, and they do. Those are confederate with them, and destroyed the dwellings of them that brought forth fruit, and has cast down the walls of such as did thee no harm. And think about who went into lands conquering and cast down their walls, and the people did them no harm. Who was in the mind frame of conquer or be conquered? Who was in the mind frame of we must rule over you because you are dumb and ignorant and stupid? Who says these things? Who calls themselves superior, supreme, over and above? Who is this person? Who is this eagle? Who was the fourth beast that risen itself up in these end times? That this lion talked to. And who was this lion talking to this eagle? Saying, Art not thou it that remainest of the four beasts, whom I made to reign in my world, that the end of their times might come through them, that the end of the world may come through them. Who is this person? Well, let's go to the answer. For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Esau has a description in the scriptures that the blind and the deceived and the delusional ignores. They don't want to hear this, so they're called the Apocrypha, uncanon. And let them. It's their fate. And if we got any coons listening, want to save everyone in the world, you go right on cooning, brother, sister, because I ain't with you. Even the Messiah said, I pray not for the world, but for those who you gave me. And guess what? I do the same. I only pray for those who were given to the Messiah. But the thing is, you need to understand who was given to the Messiah. The Messiah came back for the house of Yahusha, the lost sheep of the house of Yahusha. And within that house, we have servants that's coming with us. We have handmaids and servants, according to Isaiah chapter 14, 1 through 3. And like I tell other Hebrews, if you don't want your handmaids and servants, I'll take them. Because a lot of them saying, hey, only we can be saved. Only the 12 tribes. None of the other Gentiles are going to make it into the kingdom. Are you serious? You're going to forsake all the other scriptures that give them to us? You're going to forsake all the scriptures that say they are our servants? You're even going to forsake this? Look right here. It says, and now, O Yahuah, behold, these heathen, which have ever been reputed as nothing, have begun to be lords over us and to devour us. See, we were supposed to be lords over them, masters over them, because the Most High gave the other nations to us. But since we sinned, they began to be masters over us. And this is why we don't possess an inheritance with the world. We were scattered into the lands to be nomads, to be slaves, to be wanderers, to be foreigners in all these strange lands, every land but our own. But back to Esau. Let's go back. Let's go over this. This lion is the Messiah, talking to the eagle. Who is the eagle? Who has the symbol of the eagle? Who has risen up? Who come out of the fourth beast? This is the Messiah saying, art not thou it that remaineth of the four beasts? Remember that final fourth beast would be great and terrible. But the final eighth kingdom would be dreadful. The eighth king. The eighth kingdom of this beast. I may have said that wrong. But there were four end time kingdoms. Rome had died. The Roman Empire died. and was revived again through Esau's hand. When Esau took the yoke of his brother's hand off his neck, he rose up, and with a great sword he rose up with, to bring judgment to the whole world. See, the lion of the tribe of Yahudah speaking to the eagle and telling this beast exactly who he really is. Look at this evidence. Who does this match in his entire? Does it match us Negroes who are scattered, who have no power? We don't have no power to do nothing. Can we just walk in the into Congress and change the laws? Can we create agencies against anybody? Do we have power? We cannot be racist. We don't have no power to do nothing about it like you do. When you rose up, you have power to change everything, and you changed it in your favor and against us in every way you could. And it just so happened that Japheth is confederate with Esau. Esau's been reigning over Japheth for some time. You got to go back and read the scriptures, and you will see Esau migrating long time ago, even before Hamashiach was born. He been migrated into Japheth's lands. Who is this end-time destroyer, afflicting the poor, the meek, hurting the peaceful, and calling us all savages everywhere they go? They love liars, and they love to destroy the dwellings of them that bring forth fruit, and they cast down the walls of such that did no harm to them. Brothers and sisters, who is these people? I know you can say it. What chapter am I looking for? No, not that. Could be this one. Okay, we're in Revelations chapter 13. And where we're going to start? Let's start up here. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemies. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. So this final beast is comprised of the great nations that were before it. The Babylonian kingdom, the Greek kingdom, the Medes and Persian kingdom. This final kingdom is the Roman kingdom. Why do you think you see on some of those TBN, like Trinity Broadcast Network channel, there's a lion with the feet of a bear and with the mouth of a leopard? It shows you who they worship. It's been right there in our eyes, in our sight the whole time. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed. This is the Roman Empire. And all the world wondered after the beast. All the world followed after the beast. This is another clue. Who was the world following? Who was the world acting like? Even in China, they are westernizing themselves. The whole world is wearing suits, strange apparel. You know, the Most High said he's either going to take care of those wearing strange apparel. And they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast. Who is this dragon? Well, this dragon is no one other than the God of War. And he calls his name God Real. Let me read this. This is the names of the and functions of the fallen angels and Satans and the secret oath. So right up here, it gives you the names of these fallen angels, and their functions are mentioned down here. And this is the third one. And the third was named Gadriel. He it is who showed the children of men all the blows of death, and he led astray Eve. Now this is real key to understanding that this is the serpent that was in the garden who deceived Eve and showed the weapons of death to the sons of men, the shield and the coat of mail and the sword for battle, and all the weapons of death to the children of men. And from his hand they have proceeded against those who dwell on the earth from that day and forever more. This is the Europeans' deity. This is his short form of his name. If you look up that little hyphen, just go do the research. You'll learn how to properly say this name. It's not Gad Riel. That A is not spelled with a A. Spelled with a R. God. I'm trying to wake you up to who this is. They placed in our manuscript and told you that this was just a title name. They told you this, Zion. Now do you know who you're dealing with? Look right here. And they worshiped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. This is the dragon over here. This is who they worship. This is their deity that was given to them. Let me show you something else. Book of Jubilees. You got to go here a little, there a little to put all this together. Book of Jubilees. Right here. Is that it? I think this is it. Yes, here we go. Book of Jubilees, chapter 15, verses 29 through... we can take it right up to here. For the commandment is ordained for a covenant, that they should observe it forever among all the children of Yahusha. For Ishmael and his sons and his brothers and Esau, the Most High did not cause to approach him. He did not deal with any other nation. Remember that? That wasn't meant, that wasn't written to be a void statement, but the heathens made it void. You gotta understand who you're dealing with when you're dealing with this, with Christianity. You're dealing with the very people the dragon gave authority to. The Most High did not cause to approach him, and he chose them not because they are the children of Abraham, because he knew them. But he chose Yahusha to be his people. And he sanctified it and gathered it from amongst all the children of men. For there are many nations and many peoples, and all are his. And over all hath he placed spirits and authority to lead them astray from him. There's your key. Here's your answer. The Most High placed spirits and authority to lead them astray from him. Now, we just got finished reading who that God character is, who is worshiping him. It's their deity. The Most High told us in, I don't have to go there. The Most High told us in Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64, that he would turn us over to worshiping their gods. That's kind of a breakdown, but go read it anyway. He would turn us over to worshiping their deities. That part came true, and you're bearing witness to what I'm saying here. Let's read on. But over Israel, over Yahusha, he did not appoint any angel or spirit, for he alone is their ruler. And he will preserve them and require them at the hand of his angels and his spirits, and at the hand of all his powers, in order that he may preserve them and bless them. This is him using not only the other nations, but the angels themselves to cleanse and purge us and wash us clean, that he may preserve us and bless us. This was the blessings given to Abraham, and that they may be his and he may be theirs from henceforth forever. This is why we are the direct sons and daughters of the Most High, brothers and sisters of Zion. And the other nations were given to you to serve the kingdom, if they turn on their people. You see, those are going to be saved out of all these kingdoms that's going to come in and be given their crowns are going to be those individuals who forsake their kingdoms. Forsake Esau, Japheth, and Ham, and the rest of the Shemites' kingdoms that they possess right now. You're going to have to forsake all that to come in. And they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast, the last kingdom, and they worship the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And the great, as the Arab would call them, the great Satan, has terrorized the world with his might, with his nuclear weapons and hydrogen bombs and ability to travel at the sound of speed to reach locations within hours around the world to destroy. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things, which they have and they still are. And blasphemies and power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Yahuah, to blaspheme in his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, us, and to overcome them. and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon the earth shall worship him. What do most people do? You got our own people. We're snapping out of that, where we was trying to be like them. Our women getting perms, putting chemicals in their head, flattening their hair out, trying to look like them. And to this day, they're trying to keep that standard, the women's standard of beauty going. And you see a lot of the Chinese getting surgery, plastic surgeries, trying to look like the Caucasian woman. This has all came true. And you got the black man trying to be like the white man, which is impossible because because the enemy has so many devices against him set up everywhere that there's no way or no room for him to rise up and control his own land and his own destiny. But the Most High set all this up so he can destroy them and bring his people back with his mighty arm and his stretched out hand, not by our own might, but by his, whose names are not written in the book of the Lamb of life, book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man ever hear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. This is our patience, Zion. See, they can't understand when they read this. They think that they got a pass when they didn't ask for no forgiveness. They didn't try to make things right. And to this day they won't, because of the pride and arrogance and patriotism that's going on in this country called America. He that leadeth in captivity shall go. You gonna go into captivity when Hamashiach come back and take the kingdoms from you. You trying to hold on to your power. It ain't gonna happen with all this make America great again. He that killeth with the sword, and you killed mightily over the years with the sword. And you must be killed with the sword. This is our patience. This is our endurance. This is what we're waiting on. And this is our faith in the belief in the Most High when he returns through his Son to take all the kingdoms back. And this here goes on to expound that the beast system, let's just read it. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This means they gonna come in your face looking all precious and clean and look like they're your friend, holding out their hands, making treaties with you, saying, we just want to improve you. We want to civilize you. But they are really wolves in sheep's clothing. They are dragons, deceivers, liars. They want to come in, rape, rob, pillage, and take everything you got and leave you standing there naked and laughing at you and call you savages at the same time. And he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So now you have Rome in power again. The Roman Catholic Church is rising and trying to draw in all the religions into itself, into one universal beast whore church system now. The great whore wants its Protestants to come back to her, and he doth great wonders so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Brothers and sisters, you're going to see great things that this beast is going to do and say on this earth. And it's reviving its image, which had been wounded by a sword and did live. The image of this beast is back. Y'all don't know it, you don't see it, but it's here. Some of you do know it and see it. I take that back. But the image of the beast is here, and everyone is starting to conform to that image as they're still following this beast. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And this great AI system is coming online as we teach it to talk. Artificial intelligence, who is linked to the beast. Just something to think about. And he causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and on their foreheads, and are in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And what is he doing right now? He's clenching down on the system. He's creating a new cryptocurrency, a digital currency that's going to be linked to this AI system. Once the AI system come online, it's going to have control of all of your products, your television, your refrigerator, your TV, your smart meter, your vehicle. That's why they're coming out with all these driving vehicles. It's going to have control of that as well. Everything. All these drones going to be connected to it. This final beast system, when it do come online, it's going to be choking the necks of those who refuse to be a part of it. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666, which has been linked to the Pope. Who 9 times out of 10 is of Esau. So who is this end time final beast? It ought to be clear. You who is Esau and of Japheth don't like to hear this, because it ruins your world. It takes all that you built up and tears it down. And don't worry, the Messiah is going to do that anyway when he returns. You are the end time destroyers, and if you want to make it out of this alive, you better take heed to what I'm saying. Because if you are one of the ones the Messiah is waking up from the other nations to come in with us, then and only then will you believe in what I'm saying. For we don't know who is going to grab a hold of the skirt tail of a Jew and come on in. I didn't say that right either. We don't know who will grab a hold of the skirt of a Jew and come on in with us. That has been prophesied in these end times, that 10 people will grab a hold of us and come into our land with us. So if you're looking over there at those fake Khazars and Sephardic Jews, some of them may even be old converts from the past when Edom was made to serve our Most High. We converted them, and they did serve us in our land. Some of them escaped. Some of them continued on following the ways of the Most High. But the thing is, they know who we are. And they should have been spoke up and said something, so they just as good as gone. But if you are of Japheth, Shem, Ham, and you want to come out of all of this great lies and deception, you have to repent of what your people done to the world. You have to repent of your forefathers' sins against the Most High's people, and the sins against the Most High. Of course, the Most High first and then us. You have to repent of your own personal sins. And you must leave. You must die to self, and you must leave. Come out of her. Come out of all your people's nations. Whoever that may be. If you are of Cush, come out of Cush and its ways and join us. This is how you were destined to come into the kingdom, with us, as the Most High stretch out his mighty hand and his stretched out arm to take the kingdoms back. Some of you are going to believe and know that the Most High is with us. And you're going to be down with us, and you're going to come with us into our land. Some of you are going to die, and you're going to be risen with us in Hamashiach, and you will get your crown of righteousness. But you must believe in all the word. Hamashiach is all the word that is written. He is the word made flesh. You can't leave the other people from the 12 tribes out. Remember, Yahusha is out of the tribe of Yehudah. How are you going to leave the rest of Yehudah out of this? How are you going to leave the other 11 tribes, or 12, if you count Ephraim and Manasseh, who was broken down into 2 tribes? The one was broken down into 2. So you actually had 13. of the house of Joseph. But think about that. Continue to read script. Continue to search for this truth. Continue to open all these different books. And look, if you want some extra help, go to my website here. And I'm slowly building it up. I got a couple of articles here, and I'm overdue to upload, but I've been doing so much work and studying and getting ready to launch my home-based business, which I launched a website, but I started something else that would help that website. So I'm focusing on that something else, which is marketing. It's a marketing tool that I'm using that's going to help me market the website that I built. So I'm putting these things together. The Most High has me putting these together because He wants me to be able to support myself once the money runs out, and the unemployment will run out soon. So He has me putting my time and effort into this, and this is going to pan out so that I can go really full time with this. Because once I get this thing going and get enough money coming in, then I'll be able to just focus all my time and attention on putting out this word the way the Most High wants me to put it out, full time. And He's working on that for me. And that way I'll be providing for myself instead of sitting on here trying to tell you that, hey, support me by going to Patreon or click on one of my links or whatever. So he's providing that for me as well. So a brother is working on something else. I'm not just doing nothing around here. A little small update for those who made it this far. I'm doing pretty good in reversing these ailments. It's been a while since I even took a diabetic pill, so I'm doing really good with managing, controlling, and I know that I'm reversing that, giving my pancreas time to heal and my liver, because your liver produces things it releases like ketones into the blood that helps convert energy into your, brings energy into the cells. So that's one of the issues I'm having. I've been having a whole body system meltdown for a long time, and these new things I'm doing is working, but it's taking time, and it's taking the time that the Most High wanted to take. I'm gonna put it like that, because He knows me. He knows how I need to change. He knows how I need to get certain things first and then implement. He knows how to deal with me, even if it's taking another year to get to where I'm at. I'm on the path I'm going, and I'm going to get there. I'm just letting Him do this with me, because He knows me better than myself. Just as He's been bringing this knowledge and wisdom to me over a span of 6 years, since 2012. He's been bringing so much knowledge and wisdom to me because I've been doing, little by little, I've been doing what He wants me to do as I understand it. I'm not rushing it. I'm not trying to go somebody else's route with this. I'm just connecting with the Most High and trusting Him to build me up inside like He wants me to. I'm not trusting no man, no camps, no other leaders, even though I get knowledge and wisdom from them. But my trust is in the Most High, and Yahusha is my high priest, my king. He's the husbandman. He's the bridegroom. He is who I follow. He's the shepherd. He's bringing me in. And now that He got me there, and I'm on the path, He's not worried about me. He's going after the lost sheep now, the other lost sheep. And I'm doing the same right now. I'm shifting to going after the other lost sheep who need to hear the real truth, who need to understand the third temple built without hands is the one inside of you. You're sitting there waiting on the other ones to build this temple when the Messiah had already told you the truth. But you can't see or hear because of the blinders of the religion of the beast. On this website as well, you have online resources that you can use. I put these on there for your edification. I kind of put this in here to kind of give you understanding that this beast has his name in this book. So if you get a chance, order the Sefer Bible through my link over here, Hebrew Study Resources. I got it right here. This is the Sefer Bible. This is the Sefer app. So if you got a phone, look up my, you can click on my link in the description box below through your cell phone. Click on Hebrew Study Resources. Scroll down right here and you'll be able to download the app on your phone, and it's cheaper. It's like $20 or something. Now this one here is a little bit more expensive, like $95. And with the dividers, it's a little bit more, like $118. You know, with the little tabs. Now, I ordered my own tabs. No. This one here was like $135 with the tabs, I think. Let me go on here real quickly. Yes, this is linked through Amazon. Oh, $124. Okay. And let me go back. Hold on. See, I brought this one right here. It was $95. And I got the tab indexes. Whoa, where's the price? Oh, they're out. Wow. Well, this happens. So right now you can't even buy the tabs. I'm glad I got mine when I could. Or maybe they will have more in the future. So I'll leave the link up there just in case they get the index tabs in. But you see how much this one costs and this one costs. And I got other books you can buy. I'm gonna be adding more to this list as well. I haven't even added the recent books I brought. I'm glad I looked at it. I brought some more books. Still need to get this one. I got that one. Got that one. And I got two other books here that I need to list. The Ancient Black Hebrews, Volume 2 by Gert Muller, and The Ancient Black Hebrews and Arabs. And when I really get into it, I'm going to start doing some commentary on these books that I've been reading. So look out for those videos, brothers and sisters. And with that, I'm going to say shalom, and may the Most High be with you. May the Most High open your ears and your eyes, and may the Most High Yahuah bless your feet. Shalom.